Who's ready to geek out with some weather? It's weather for Weather Geeks on this Wednesday evening, April 22nd. Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, everyone. And on this Earth Day, a big time natural occurrence a few hours ago. This was a big volcanic eruption down in Chile, the southern part of Chile, and some fantastic pictures on Facebook and Twitter to be found. I posted this one on my Facebook page a little while ago. Back here in the U.S., real quickly, wanted to show you this big beefy storm down in Texas, in the panhandle of Texas. Give you an idea as to where we are here. Panhandle of Texas, northern Texas, around Amarillo. And we've got a tornado warning on this cell down there. Nice looking structure with this. You can kind of pick out a hook that's been trying to form kind of in here during the last few scans of the radar. Let me take this down to one panel and show you the radar, and then we can always do one of these cool 3D views as well. These are always interesting to look at. You know, this is an interesting structure here. You know, you can almost see an appendage coming down out of this storm down in here, and that could be where there very well may be a wall cloud or a tornado forming. So a pretty impressive storm, and whether it's producing a tornado or not, it's producing a lot of hail. Hail with this storm down in Texas, you know, we're talking 2-3 inch diameter hail. All right, nothing like that around here. Here's a view of the entire U.S. this evening. Stop the motion on this. What we have going on this evening is, of course, our big upper low spinning up here over southern Canada. Pieces of energy rotating around that low continue to bring the clouds in, the possibility of precipitation, of course. We've been dealing with kind of a mixed bag all day today. Very light rain, some grapple, a few sleet pellets, a few wet snowflakes mixed in. Thanks to everyone who chimed in on social media with some pictures and some reports out there today. And all of this is being driven by this big upper low up at 500 millibars. The colors you see here, that's vorticity or spin at that level of the atmosphere. And when you see this, a lot of times underneath that, you've got inclement weather. In the meantime, we have a ridge of high pressure trying to build out towards the Rocky Mountain states. Kind of a similar pattern to what we had during most of the winter, unfortunately. Temperatures underneath that upper low are cold, no surprise. 30s and 40s, pretty common across Canada, across the Northeast, around the Great Lakes. The only warmth in the east is found down in the southeast, where, you know, this is pretty typical stuff for this time of the year for them. For our temperatures, this is a little more typical of early to mid-March, rather than the tail end of April. All right, as we take a look at what's going on for the rest of the week then, skip ahead to tomorrow morning. Let's talk about tomorrow morning. Because, you know, you might see a flurry out there. This isn't going to stick, but you could certainly see a flurry, a snow shower in spots during the start of the day Thursday. It's going to be no higher than the 30s, mid-30s, lower 30s. By midday tomorrow, same idea. Brisk winds out there. Notice the isobars are still packed pretty tightly together during the course of our Thursday, so it'll be another blustery day. Get into the afternoon, and again, any precipitation that falls will be light and real spotty. A sprinkle or a flurry should just about do it. I think Friday is going to be a pretty nice day, thanks to high pressure drifting by to our south. Here's a look at Friday's map on the GFS. A little bubble of high pressure centered out here will just sort of drift by to our south, giving us some sunshine. Now, it's going to still be cool Friday, but at least it will be a sunnier day. Now, we've had our forecasting challenges for Saturday and Saturday night with this next system out here across the middle of the country. Modeling has been going back and forth. Does a lot of the rain miss us to the south like this, or does some of it come to the north? The northern idea is starting to win, although it's still going to be a pretty close call. Now, no matter which way you slice it, Saturday is going to start out dry. Here's mid-morning on Saturday. Our low out here around Kansas City, and moisture just starting to get into Ohio. So if you want to mow the grass or do anything outdoors Saturday, I think you're just fine in the morning and probably the first part of the afternoon. Late in the afternoon, then, you know, the rain chances are probably going to be increasing. Now, the GFS, which I'm showing here, is farther north than the European model, which would suggest it's a real close call between rain or no rain. The GFS is far enough north that it, you know, if you took it verbatim, took it as if it were going to be exactly right, it would say no doubt it's going to rain late Saturday into Saturday evening. Whether it rains or not, and again, we've kept our chance of rain kind of low in our forecast because of the uncertainty. Whether it rains or not, Sunday's going to turn out to be the better half of the weekend because even though it may start cloudy, the moisture's pulling away. Sunday morning, we get into Sunday afternoon, and we should be high and dry with pretty tranquil weather. Still a little on the cool side for late April, but not bad. Early next week, the dry weather continues. This is a look at Monday. No problems there. Tuesday, no problems really here, although what's happening on Tuesday is you start getting a little bit of energy on the backside here coming down in New England, and this could make it kind of a cloudy period, but it doesn't look like much precipitation is going to come out of those clouds during the first half of next week. Real quick look at the upper levels, show you the evolution of the pattern next week. I want to take off the pressure. Bear with me for a second here. This is the upper level pattern, excuse me, middle of next week. You know, this isn't a warm pattern. It'll be more tolerable next week, but with a low off the coast of the U.S., an upper level low out here, all of the warmth is going to be out here in the west under that ridge. So if you're looking for 70s, you're not going to see them, it looks like, next week. But some better news in the longer range. I think we've got a solid 8, 9, 10 days worth of generally cool weather to get through. Then as we get into May, and probably after the first or second day of May, you know, more like the 4th, 5th through the 7th or 8th, I think warmer weather is going to start to take hold. Some of this warmth out here is going to start coming east. So notice the blues are not as deep in the east in the 10 to 15 day outlook as they were when I showed you this map a day or two ago. So a transition back into better weather, warmer weather as we get into May, probably around the 3rd, 4th, 5th. So things to look forward to there. And speaking of looking forward to, you can always look forward to more weather for Weather Geeks tomorrow evening, Thursday evening at about 7, 7:30 probably. As always, I'll keep you updated on social media, Facebook and Twitter included. If you don't follow me on Instagram, if you've got a phone and you like looking at cool weather pictures, Instagram, great app. Download that and you can find me there. I'm Eric, WFMJ. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11.